We're in search of the best real estate in all of Vancouver, and today we're checking out this 5-bed, 5-bath home to see if this home is worth its price. Today we're going to value this home based on 3 main metrics, okay? One is the home itself, one is the location, and one is the community. I think first what I want to do is I want to tour this home, but why don't you first give me a quick overview of what this home is about?
Yeah, it's a Dunbar. It's a custom-built German build.
Okay.
2001, which you wouldn't notice when you walk in.
Okay, it doesn't look old.
Yeah, it's great street appeal, super safe neighborhood, close to UBC. You got parks, you got the Dunbar Community Center, shops, everything you need, and you have suites downstairs, one in use. You could add a second.
Okay, so first let's tour this home.
Probably, this is about 7.5.
Okay, 7.5. And then we have a pretty high entranceway over here. You have an area for your shoes to be put, right?
Yeah.
One light over here. So the first place we come into when we come inside over here is on the right. This is going to be our formal dining room, right? Is this our formal dining room?
Formal dining, yeah.
Okay, so from our formal dining, we can put this is a 4-6-seater. And then you have
You can go bigger if you want.
how big could you go?
Maybe up to 8.
8, and then you just extend further here. And
You
then
could do a little bigger.
you have your chandelier in the middle. Over here you have this sitting area. Why have this sitting area here? Isn't this usually reserved for like more lounge areas to have a...
I mean, that's how they did it back in the day. This is your formal dining. People like it in that it's a little bit separate from the kitchen, but it's actually pretty close. So
It connects to the kitchen, right?
Yeah, it's relatively close.
And over here, well, you have a lot of counter space around here because over here you could also put another, like a bar counter here.
Yeah.
Let's take a look on this other side over here. So this is our family room, or no, this is our guest room area because
family or living room, yeah.
living room, because family room would be more inside usually, right?
Yeah. Well, there's 2. There's technically 2 on this level.
Well, I mean, isn't it usually how you explain it? Living room is for the guests and family room is for yourself. That's how I've always understood it. So I've always understood the family room is the one that's usually deeper in.
Yeah, depending on how you look at it. I mean, you can turn this into whatever you want.
Right.
This could be cleaner.
A piano could also go in here somewhere if you had an upright, maybe over here.
Yeah, good space for that.
Right, but this has its own fireplace, and this is, do you know anything about the materials we're using here?
It's all like custom millwork, but good quality for the time that it was built.
Right.
Even if you look at the new builds, you won't find this type of finishing.
Yeah, you say 2001. This feels like something closer to like 2010. Yeah. Like usually 2001, it feels old. This doesn't feel old. Yeah. It hasn't been renovated?
New floors, but paint, and that's about it.
And then like they had these designs back then?
This is all original, yeah.
Interesting. All right, let's keep going. What else should we keep an eye out for? Let's go to our, well, over on our left over here is a
powder room.
Powder room, okay.
Yeah.
And then coming in, we have our...
Here's another eating area.
An eating area is probably the family area.
You want to call that family room? You can call that family room or second living room. And then there's an office here or guest room. I think that would be your guest room there.
So let's start with the kitchen over here. This kitchen is really big. Okay, come on in.
Nice and open.
Yeah, nice and open. The thing is, why is it so open? Like, am I supposed to, feels like I should have something here.
You could add an island here if you want, if you want to have more counter space to prepare your food, but the owner just liked it like this, you know, to come in and out with comfort.
Right, I do like that it's this open. I think, well, this fridge is actually, why is this fridge like this?
That could be, sometimes it's at the bottom, but in this case it's at the top. I think it's just a decorative piece to fill the space.
One thing I really like about the kitchen is this this stove. I mean, this looks, is gas on or is gas off?
Give it a shot.
All right. This is a pretty good fire. Okay, so this is good stove. What is the center place for?
That heats up as well.
It does do something because if we see there's 6 knobs here, and these are 4 knobs, right? So this middle should be, imagine if it's like cooking eggs or...
You might be able to cook on there.
Because there's also a little like a hole to... Let's come in closer actually. Let's look at this. I've never seen this before.
Yeah, let's see if we can get it going.
There's like a little hole over here that's for liquids to go into. I'm imagining you're supposed to cook some sort of liquids on here. But look
Made
at
it.
this molding is very beautiful.
Yeah,
like
that's
up here.
That's you got the hood fan embedded inside, so that's nice.
And you said it's German.
This is a German builder, yeah.
Okay, so we have our sink, we have our dishwasher. All of this is pretty standard. Let's take a look at our family room area over here. All right, this is our family room area. I wonder if this is the most optimal layout. Is this most optimal layout for this area? Because this is your fireplace. Up here, I imagine has to be the TV, right? What else would you put up here?
I think the TV is better in the other living area because you have windows back here.
Then
right?
what would you do with this space? I mean, you have such a big countertop here.
Yeah, I mean,
What would you do?
good for your art pieces.
I guess so, but I would imagine like, if I were to live in a house this big and do I have kids or not?
You want a TV in every room or what?
That would be good. But imagine, because like with 5 beds, I'm gonna only purchase 5-bed place if I have at least 3 or 4 people living here. And sometimes I just want to watch something different.
Yeah.
So, or maybe like that's a gaming room or piano room.
Well, you have downstairs too, which you haven't seen.
Oh, which I haven't seen.
That might be another place for another TV.
Right. But so far, just judging from this floor alone, that would probably be like a music room for me, and this would be the entertainment room.
Okay.
So I would have the TV up over here.
You could do that.
But it's just
or there is connection on that side, so you could put the TV there, and you could put your sofa here.
I guess
you just
so.
don't want to cut into your area to go to your patio, right?
What bothers me about the sofa over here is just the fact that I have a fireplace to my left. It's kind of bothering me on the symmetry. What is this? We have an eating area. I mean, this has to be an eating area because you have this curve here. This has to be center, and you have it's designed for it to be an eating area, right?
Yeah, and then a little bar area.
I wonder what this bar area is for. Like, why do we need this?
If you want it, you can have it. Otherwise, just take it out.
But if we
Once
take
you're
it
the owner, you can do whatever you want.
But if we take it out, what do we do with it? Because I'm sure this like home is designed for a certain type of person, right?
Yeah, if you like wine, you got lots of storage here.
Let's check out the office.
Yeah.
Okay, after you.
Okay, office or guest room.
Office or guest room. All right.
Yeah, you get good natural light, right? Because you have your 2 windows on this side, and you have your patio door on that side. Makes a good office.
Okay. All right, let's do first floor recap. I'm gonna give my first valuation based on what I've seen just on the first floor. So how this valuation is gonna work is, imagine we only have this first floor in the middle of no location, no other values in, right?
Okay.
So how much would I just pay for a house with a 1 floor thing like this? Maybe so far, 800,000.
I think you got to move to Abbotsford.
Well, we're imagining just this 1 floor without any location. Like we're in the middle of nowhere, right? We're not judging on location value.
Yeah.
We're not judging community value. It's just if we only had this 1 floor, but I'm assuming it's gonna increase as we tour the rest of the home.
I really hope so.
Yeah. All right, where should we go next?
Let's go up.
Okay, go up. All right, after you. Oh wow, look at these windows.
Yeah, nice big windows.
Not just nice big windows, these are huge windows.
Yeah.
These are all the way to the top. Okay.
This is real wood flooring, by the way.
Why do you say that? Are usually homes not real wood flooring?
Usually they're laminate.
Okay.
Most of the time they're laminate. Sometimes they're engineered, but this is real hardwood.
So real hardwood, what is the benefit of real hardwood?
Does
it last longer, or?
Yeah, and it's probably healthier to have in your home.
Because of chemicals?
Chemicals and yeah, it'll just it's easier to have that on your floor. Like it feels nice to the foot. I mean,
yeah, I would imagine
doesn't
real
move around
wood,
as much either.
But doesn't real wood like deteriorate faster?
Depends on what kind of wood it is.
Let's check out the bedrooms.
Master first.
Okay.
So master, so plenty of space. Got lots of windows.
Where's the closet? Behind, tucked away?
Yeah, there's a walk-in here.
Right. Wait, this wardrobe thing is so nice.
Yeah,
Walk in. Oh wow.
Walk in here, and then you got your ensuite with your bath and separate shower, which is convenient.
This is really unique. I mean, this bathroom is nice, but what's really unique is this walk-in with the makeup. So this is all original. No additional work was done. Like these weren't added in, these cabinetry.
This is all original.
Huh, interesting. And the owner, how many times has switched owners since it was built?
Never.
Never? So the owners
Original
built
owner.
it?
The owners were involved in the build, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
From the beginning.
Right. And also, like, look at this cabinet over here. This is beautiful. Go through these cabinets. Like, this is just like a work of art. This is also a huge cabinet.
Yeah, it's pretty massive. We got lots of space here with your walk-in as well, so I don't think you're gonna run out of space. Probably women's on that side, men's on this side.
Okay. Do you think this thing was built for the home or was bought? Actually, wait, that would be quite difficult to build custom cabinetry, right?
Yeah, I think they bought it, but
But it just matches the home so well. Like,
Yeah.
look at the size and just the
Yeah.
color.
yeah, it's massive.
Yeah. Okay, let's keep going.
It's a good piece. So that's the master. You got your second bedroom here, also a good size.
This is almost as big as the master.
Yeah, it's pretty good size.
Yeah.
You got decent closets in here, your standard kind of closets. But yeah, it has a nice outlook with your tree outlook, and then it's not like a boring view.
Right. Okay. All right. I mean, the house across. It's a pretty good view of the house across. I mean, it's pretty important when you're living in a neighborhood like this, what your house view across is. Because if you're looking at like a haunted house, that's not great.
Here's the third bedroom.
They're all really big. All these
So
bedrooms are
very big size rooms. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's 3 bedrooms upstairs, which is obviously nice to have.
What's the total square footage of the interior?
Total square footage is 3869. Yeah.
Because like just the upstairs and the first floor already feels really big, and we still have to check out the basement.
Yeah.
Right? Okay,
Yeah.
let's go look.
The basement level. So here's your separate laundry area, which is a nice big room. So it's nice to
Checkered
have
floors. It's very interesting. It's
Yeah.
very like, it's like, kind of reminds me of the Truman Show.
There you go. Yeah. This feels a little bit more like the age of the home, right?
Okay.
Like it feels not as updated as upstairs.
Why is that?
The better finishings and materials were put upstairs where
Okay.
they spend most of their time.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So here's a good rec room. There's a rough in here if you want to add another kitchen, but this would be like a studio if you wanted another suite, or a good games room, gym, whatever you want to put in here.
Right. So,
This has a separate entrance right here, by the way.
yeah. So this basement, I was imagining was gonna be really big. Based on what we had from first floor and upstairs.
Only half of it is we're seeing. The other half, the owner lives there.
Oh, the
in a one
other
bedroom.
half we can't look at right now.
Yeah, the
But
owner's there. It's a 1-bedroom suite.
It's a 1-bedroom. How big is that 1 bedroom?
Probably like 500 square feet.
500
5
square
to
feet.
600.
That's pretty good. That's like a normal 1-bedroom apartment.
Standard, yeah.
I wonder why they built a suite into it and not just made because this home feels like your own family, right? You went and rented out. So I wonder why that was made into a suite and not just have a really big entertainment basement.
I think everybody in Vancouver, they like the mortgage helpers.
The mortgage helpers?
Everybody does.
Well, do they like it or do they need it?
Combination.
Okay, sure.
Depends who you ask.
Okay. All right, so where should we look? Should we look in the backyard? We need to grab
Yeah,
our
let's go to the
shoes?
backyard.
Okay.
You know that name, right?
A crawl space?
No.
What is this?
That's where they drop the laundry.
What? Oh, they have a laundry chute?
yeah.
Ooh, can you see it?
Yeah, this is kind of like a cool feature.
So they drop it from upstairs
Yeah.
and it drops down into here?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that used to be how they did it back in the day.
That is great. That's how I love all my apartments. Like when I live in apartments, I want this. This is great. Okay, so but it just drops on the floor. Well, you'd have a basket there.
Yeah, pretty much.
That is a great design.
Your kids would probably play catch. They can throw it and then come down and catch it.
Yeah, but what if they just throw random stuff down? That gets really annoying.
Just don't go underneath it.
And also, this is a good idea, but what if you have like 3 kids and you have to sort the clothing and it all comes down and then you sort it down here?
Get a nanny.
Okay, where does the nanny stay here?
You can
In the suite?
You can put her in the suite, or you could build her a studio bedroom.
Okay, all right. Let's check out the backyard.
Just don't put her in here. Nice street appeal, right? This it goes well with the neighborhood, and
What do you mean by that? What do you mean it goes well with the neighborhood?
well, it looks good. It's still it didn't like age like other older properties.
One thing is like the only thing that looks old about this is this cobblestone outside. Because all of the moldings, the wood, all of that's fine, right? It looks like heritage homes in this area. You don't really see these types of cobblestone. It's not really old things. You just don't really see people build. Is this called cobblestone? What is this? Some sort of stone.
Yeah, like a stone exterior.
Yeah, you don't really see that in this area. I don't think people build like this anymore.
You can change it.
Yeah, I could change it. I'm just pointing it out because you don't really see this that often. And I think maybe this is actually harder to do That's why people don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll do more like just a hardy border stucco kind of thing.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the back. So
Yeah.
we can go back either way, left or right.
Yeah, either way. And, a nice kind of garden area. You can do different things. Obviously, you can put different plants.
Right.
You could add a vegetable garden. But it's, relatively a flat lot, which is good. And
The lot is how big?
50 by 130.
What does that mean? Like, what's the square footage?
What it means is you just times it. So 50 by 130
50
gets
times
you.
130.
I thought
1, 3, 4,
you'd be
5,
good at
1,
math.
3, 4, 5, 65, 6,500.
6,500, yeah. So
That-
6,500 lot size is considered a larger lot in Vancouver.
Yeah. Well, right now we're not seeing the lot. I mean, there's probably more of the lot backyard. Let's go take a
let's
look.
go check it out.
All right, so this is the back. This is a lot of stone. So you can enter the suite from the back, right? You enter the suite from the back?
Yeah, so that rec area, that's the door. If you want to, you want to do that, you could enter from the door, and
Right.
then the suite that has its own entrances on this side.
On this side? So on the left side. This backyard space is actually quite big.
You have, you have a pretty good setup in that you have a elevated patio area. Then you have,
Yeah, this area is great, but how do you use it?
oh, I can take this off, cover.
Well, I know this is a couch, right?
Yeah.
But
Well,
it seems like this is not the best couch to put in this area. How do we optimize this area? Is it for sitting?
This is a seating area, like dining area. The kitchen is right here, so it's very
Right.
convenient.
It might have been better if there was like a... So, I mean, there's already this carpet thing on the ground. So I'm imagining if there was a center table.
You get the idea.
Oh, it's like this. Oh, I thought this was just a really big couch.
It's like a table with these chairs, and then you
Right,
pull-
so
pull
they
out the
had
chairs.
the center table and then they move it out.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good seating area. Okay.
yeah. I can show you the whole thing if you want to see it. Again, you can bring different furniture pieces. You could add a hot tub. You could put a gazebo here.
Right.
Different options, right?
I think barbecue is like something I would put here.
Barbecue, probably a good option.
It feels like you have enough space for like some sort of outdoor dining table and chairs and also a barbecue. Because this is kind of odd. Do you think you would ever come out to sit here like this?
I do actually.
You do?
Yeah.
I personally don't. Like,
Between showings, I come out here.
but if this was your home, would you ever come out to just like sit over here and...
Yeah, why not?
Really? I don't know about this. Like, I feel like for me to come out to the patio, I need to have some sort of purpose. Actually, wait, now that we sit down, this is kind of nice.
Yeah.
It's like if you have some friends over and you have like some drinks and you sit here and relax.
Just put a barbecue here and you're set.
Yeah, over here we have some empty area we could put a barbecue, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Okay, this is quite nice. What I'm curious about is this other side. We have a slant on this side. How do you use this space?
Yeah, it's a nice yard.
I mean, this could be a putting green.
You could do different things. You could add a trampoline.
Yeah.
It's good for just area for kids to run around, right? But it's a pretty big backyard, and then you have your double garage as well. So yeah, you can do different things.
They planted the flowers really nice. So back there is a laneway.
That's the lane, yeah.
Where you put the garbage. Double garage, okay. And I'm still curious about, I'm just trying to think if I was living here, what would I do? Like putting green is one option because slope is fine. Do you play golf?
No.
What do you play?
Basketball.
Okay. No basketball hoops over here, but putting green will work because slope is fine. In terms of other than that, like a kid's play area, probably too small. I mean, you could put a trampoline.
Yeah, trampoline.
You could also let your dog play here.
Good area for the dog. But yeah, you got versatile options.
Right. One thing I really do like is the privacy around here. Like we have this tree blocking, because you do have a home behind you, right?
Yeah.
So this tree is blocking a lot of the home's view, so they don't see you. You have all these hedges on your right side, you don't see your neighbor. Privacy is super important for me.
And you also get pretty good sunlight coming in, which a lot of people are thinking about.
Right.
So you get sun in your backyard, on your patio, and in your.
So which
grass
side?
area.
Which side is which? So if we're facing this way, it's which direction?
This is a north facing.
This is north and that's south.
Yeah, but you are getting the western sun, so that's
Right.
something that people comment on. You still get good amount of sunlight, even though it's a north facing backyard.
And our master bedrooms and those are facing south, right? Yes.
Master bedroom.
When we walked up
is-
this way, or is it facing north?
Master bedroom is facing this way, but the other 2 bedrooms are facing that way.
Okay, all right. We don't need to check out the garage, right? I mean, standard, it is pretty deep when we're standing here. This is a pretty deep garage. Like, you just see this car parked right now, and they still have so much space behind.
Yeah.
Also, this is like, this is nice, like so much wood.
This is super like tidy for a garage, because I can tell you it's a lot cleaner than mine.
Okay.
You don't normally see a garage like this. This is like, this is ready to be sold.
Right. Also, what's up with all the wood? Like, why is the roofing like this?
They just didn't add, anything to seal it off, which is fine. I don't think you need to do that for a garage.
Well, do you need all these support beams on a ceiling? Because I like how the ceiling's really high. I don't see that often.
Yeah, I mean, it's good because it's open, so you can store more items above, right? If
What?
You want.
Have you ever? I've never heard of that. I've seen
above. I've seen people storing things all the time in their garage roof.
Is that like people who are more like do workshop stuff?
I guess like for camping gear or like snowboard, ski, that kind of thing. I mean, if you have space on this level, you'll use it. But if you wanna, they have all these new gadgets too that you can even like put stuff in the ceiling and all that.
Right.
So it gives you good versatility. Good versatility. So I think this house appeals to families because families like to have extra areas to put stuff.
Okay. Let's take a look at this laneway. How good is this laneway? Wide road, pretty good. It's a long laneway. I mean, where does the road end?
It ends at the next road, but I mean, you can kind of see that it is a desirable lane because this obviously they built the laneway house. People are doing a laneway house, but then a lot of the people are not.
Okay.
So one thing you want to think about is that they have the new rule with the bigger lots that you can build up to 6 units.
Okay.
Here you can see that that's not a high likelihood because a lot of people are not densifying their homes.
So is that good?
I think it's good for people that buy here because they want to be the only house.
Because if you densify your home, it becomes a different type of community, right? Okay, so let's do a price update. So this is how much I would pay for the home. And this is assuming, well, I'm not rich, right? So everyone's different. First of all,
not yet.
Would I buy a home like this? Probably not at where I'm at in life. Like, I don't have enough people to live here. 3 floors is kind of inconvenient, right? My most preferred home is probably just like a really big lofty style home. Yeah. So, but in terms of this home so far, I think the build is really good. I like how everything's still modern. Some of the stuff I would update, like the cobblestone, if I were to live inside. So if I were to put a price on the home, right now I don't know what location we're in. I kind of blindly drove here.
Dunbar.
Okay, tell me about the location.
Dunbar is probably one of the most sought after neighborhoods on the west side.
Why?
Why? Because it's family friendly, bigger lots, close to UBC. You got parks, you got not too far from trails, you got even walking distance to Dunbar shops.
Okay.
Other kind of.
But how's it different from everything in the west? Because everything in the west side is kind of like that, right? What makes Dunbar the unique west side?
I think Dunbar, you just get bigger lots because if you go to other parts of the west side, the lots are a lot smaller.
For example, which part of west side?
I mean, just as you get closer to like, I don't know, Fairview, there's not a lot of detached houses. It's more like townhomes, apartments, Kitsilano, smaller lots, that kind of thing. Great areas.
Kitsilano, smaller lot because it's more dense?
Yeah.
So this part is just still very residential.
Yeah.
But right now, which road are we on? I mean, how's transportation access around here?
Here it's pretty good, yeah. You're close to buses and major roads still.
Yeah, because you have
just off 33rd.
You have a couple of blocks and then you get onto Southwest Marine Drive. So you get your access to the UBC and Richmond, right?
Yeah.
Your 33rd and 41st is pretty good if you want to go east, anywhere east. And then
not too far from King Ed as well.
But going north seems to be a little bit difficult, right? How would you go north? You'd have to go east and then north.
Well, you can hop on to Dunbar. That's like you're 1 block from Dunbar.
Right. I usually don't take the bus. I'm just looking at like if I were to drive. Like how do I get around? Because I'm a person that has to go in every direction. So right now I'm around like the Marpole, Marine Gateway area. Every direction's really good. This is like UBC's good.
Yeah.
Richmond's good. Going to East Van is also good. It just going to downtown, you kind of have to go right and then up.
North is still pretty easy. Just try after this. It'll take you wherever you want to go north.
Okay.
It's pretty easy.
Okay. And what are we looking about? What are we looking at in terms of schools and community around here?
Schools are Kerrisdale Elementary. Kerrisdale Elementary and Kitsilano High School.
I actually don't know those two schools.
Yeah. Point Grey Secondary, that was my bad.
Oh, Point Grey is a good school.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want to tell me before I give my final thoughts?
Anything else I want to tell you?
What else makes this home valuable?
What I can tell you right now is that if you go to the new builds in the area or on the west side, they might look fancy and shiny and exciting,
right?
But the quality is not there.
Right.
I would tell you many of them will have a lot of big issues depending on who the builder is. Whereas this one has been lived in for 25 years almost.
Right.
And you can kind of see the history and you can see some of the things that need to be updated, but it's not like there's no surprises.
Right.
Whereas if you buy a brand new property, you don't know what's coming.
So that's actually a really good point.
I think this is a really a safer option, and you don't have to pay maybe another $500,000 more or $1 million more for a new product, and you get a big lot with a lane in a good location. So I think overall this is a very good family home.
And this is all like quite low density area, right?
Exactly.
So everyone, who's the type of people living in this area?
I think most of the people here they never leave. Like they're just
like they live here forever.
They're here. Their kids probably go to maybe school in the area.
And then maybe they downsize and their kids move in here.
Yeah. Like there's not as many sales in this kind of street.
Okay, interesting. That is actually a huge value add to me. Okay, I'll tell you what my original thought was.
An original owner, keep that in mind.
Yeah. So before you told me this, my original thought what I would pay for this is around like maybe 1.8 to 2.2. Okay, I don't know what because this is sold, so there's obviously someone is paying whatever it's worth.
Yeah.
But after you said that, so one thing is the quality of the build. You accentuating that 25 years and it's still such high quality. I think that's a really important factor because the thing about big homes that I'm really worried about is if I need to renovate or maintain something, it's going to cost me a lot of money. So I think just that fact itself, I would probably jump this to like a 2.8. And then including, you're smiling, we're not close to the price. And then including...
You know the average home in the west side is $3.5 million, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then if we start including into the location, and also the community, you say people here never move.
I wouldn't say never, but rarely.
Rarely move, yeah. That's a really good factor because I've seen those neighborhoods. Those neighborhoods are very friendly because people stay a long time. And if you see people's kids, like it's all the same families going through, right?
Yeah.
So I think what I would pay for this home is 3.2 million.
Okay.
What did this home sell for?
4.6.
4.6. Okay, tell me why I'm off.
Why are you off? You didn't factor in the lot size.
Okay.
Lot size is 6,500 square feet. It's a 50-foot frontage, which is actually hard to find.
Right.
That's one thing that people love about Dunbar. I think the 3 levels, we didn't get into one half of downstairs.
Suite.
So that
500 square foot is pretty big.
So you missed the suite completely. So I think that would add, probably at least another $500,000 to your valuation.
Right.
And I think just if you could see what else is selling, a new house in this area starts at $5 million.
Right.
So we're not new, but we're good quality used.
Yeah.
So that's where, like if you look at this area for just lot value, it starts in the like 4 million.
Right.
Just for the lot.
I personally when I visit homes like these, especially like Shaughnessy heritage homes, I always underprice it because for me, I never understand or I've yet for someone to properly explain to me why it's worth this. Like a Shaughnessy house that looks like a home for 10 million.
Yeah, you're just paying for the land. Vancouver, as you know, it's probably one of the most desirable and expensive places in all of Canada.
Right.
So we're paying a lot for the land. The house itself is not actually crazy expensive, it's the land.
Yeah. So I think one thing and the main reason right now why my valuation is different is I'm still young and I'm very mobile. I think people who live around this area and like let's say the Shaughnessy areas and pay a lot for those homes, they really value land because one, it's the school, and second is like their community is very safe.
Walkable
right?
too.
Yeah. So for me, that's not the biggest factor. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe next time we'll convince you.
But this is an eye-opening tour because I don't visit homes like these as often. I'm very used to visiting mega mansions. So this is all new to me. So it's nice to, as I visit more of these homes, I'll have a better understanding of what prices around this area is.
Yeah. I think mega mansions are a thing of the past. This is like the future because people want, a home that has had a family raised in and they feel kind of like the roots of the home and you can kind of see the care and attention to this home and people appreciate that. So come check out more of our properties.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much, Ron. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out this video.